Hi, this is Corey with iGo Fitness, here with a dynamic warm-up tip for tennis, golf, or any other racket sport. When doing these sports, you want to make sure to warm up the entire body, so we'll start with the ankles and work all the way up to the shoulders. First exercise is called an A, B, C, D. You're going to take your leg in 4 different directions, so A, B, C, and D. What you also want to do is reach down with the opposite hand so that you really drive that leg, and what you're doing is actually getting some mobility in the ankle. So I'll reach forward here, reach to the side, reach back, and then reach to the other side. And as you can see, it also challenges your balance a little bit. I'm on uneven ground, but that's no excuse. So what you want to make sure you do is try to keep this leg off the ground, the working leg off the ground as you reach. And if you go in a different order, it challenges your mind a little bit, and also your stability, so it's not as predictable. You want to do about five cycles through on each side, and you're ready to warm up. You might also feel that in your glutes and your quads. It's really good if you're feeling in the glutes. It means they're firing to help you stabilize with that exercise, but you really should feel your other leg driving this ankle in different directions. And obviously, you do the same thing on the opposite leg, keep it even. Next, working our way up to the hips, is a crossover lunge with the drop back lunge combo. So the crossover lunge is just stepping in front, dropping straight down, coming back up. So notice the hips are rotating in a little bit, dropping down, pushing right up off the legs. So we're gonna go to one side with a crossover, go to the other side with a drop back. So we'll go behind. So we're going forward and then behind. Of course, we'll switch that up, go to the other side. So we're gonna do 5 in each direction. So that's 1, 2, and you count just like that. It's getting the hips to rotate in and out, preparing you for any sort of lateral movement. You might have to swing the hips. That'd be in more tennis or racquetball. In golf, not so much, but you know, as far as dynamic movement is concerned, but you are going to get a rotation of the hips. So if you're coming through with your swing here, you see this hip is turning in, this hip is turning in. It's the same thing that you get when you do that lunge. Both hips coming in, internal rotation, so just warming that up a little bit. All right, so now we're going to keep the hips moving, but also go to the thoracic spine, the chest area. So we're going to do, it's called the T-Warrior. So we're taking a pose from yoga here. Back leg is going to be perpendicular to the front leg, so a 90-degree angle here. Get a nice wide stance so you can really lean in. And what the importance of this is, we're turning that hip out so we can stretch the internal rotators of that hip. So we're going to lean forward here, stretch that, bring the hands out. Just going to open up to that side. Get the thoracic spine opened up. Do 5 on each side. So then we'll switch to the other leg. And you should feel a nice stretch in the hip as you're doing this. But you should also feel your chest opening up. And of course, you can even challenge yourself a little bit more. But if you've got really tight hips, you might want to be careful because that's going to increase the stretch over there. So you can even do it this way as well, just to work on some contralateral stretching. But again, if you've got really tight hips, do it very slowly, because you don't want to overstretch or stretch too quickly and pull something. Last but not least, we'll move up to the shoulders. Pretty easy acronym to remember, PYT. It's a great song by Michael Jackson, but it's also going to describe the movements we're going to do with our shoulders here. So P is a pivot prone. This is a great modification of the YTWL that I got from Coach Nick Tuminello and from reading his blog. And so what you're going to do is, instead of doing a typical L like this, we're going to turn the pinkies out so that we're rotating the shoulders in as opposed to out here. So shoulders are in, and we're just pushing straight back, just like that. So if you're thinking tennis, racquetball, you're going to be taking hand back just like that. Same thing, just getting that movement ready, and we're extending through the thoracic spine. There, so getting the shoulders nice and ready. We're going to do a Y, so thumbs are going to be back. We're going to incorporate the middle and lower traps here. Just Y, just like that. And again, make sure that it's all coming from up here. You're not doing lower back like that. So if you see that, not good. Keep that nice and stable. Going all the movements from up here. And finally, a T. Hands are together like you're getting ready to dive into the water. Spread it out and back. When you're spreading it out, you want to make sure you're squeezing the shoulder blades. So you're not just swinging your arms back. Squeeze the shoulder blades, back. Squeeze the shoulder blades, back. So those simple movements will help you get your joints ready, starting from the ankles up to the hips, thoracic spine, and the shoulders, and you'll be ready to go in no time. You can do that again as long before, or you can do that for 5, 10, 15 minutes before you get ready to go out on the course or on the court, or you can make it something a little bit quicker if you need to. But basic point is that you're getting your entire body integrated and ready to go out there and you know, do your thing out on the field, on the court, or wherever you might be playing. So this is Corey Sims again with iGo Fitness, and we'll see you next week. Keep going.